Hey guys, today we're going to do a breakdown and quick tour and look at LA Fitness and see if it's a viable option. With the entire COVID pandemic, a lot of people have been transitioning over to garage and home gyms, and the occasional crazy people in the basements, right? But a lot of people still like commercial gyms. I still think commercial gyms have utility. I think home gyms also have immense utility. But let's take a look at LA Fitness and see where it falls.
The front desk is where you'll check in whenever you the club.
All right, we're going to pause and talk in between the video. So the front desk, right? That's something that you probably, walking into your garage. Okay, so why do they have a front desk? First is the question. Number one, the first thing I think of is membership ID or card that they have to check in, right? So monthly fees, the difference between this and a home gym. Home gym, usually, hopefully you're not financing equipment and you have no monthly fees. Another thing is you're usually driving to the gym. Some people have the ability to walk, but more often than not, people are driving to the gym, and that it's a nice space, but it's a different vibe than just walking in your garage. A few steps from your kitchen, right? All right, let's see what else.
Desk is where you'll check in whenever you enter the club. Just past our sales desks, you'll find our comfortable lounge area where you can relax with friends before or after a workout.
We call this the living room or family room in modern homes, at least.
Then we have our Selectorized equipment, state-of-the-art machines for any muscle group.
Yeah, a lot of home gyms usually aren't going to have this. You can get creative, but that's definitely something nice about a commercial gym is if you're looking for, just a ton of machines, that is a big pro of the commercial gym system.
We also have an area designated for stretching and body weight exercises. Some you'll find here include stability balls, medicine balls, and foam rollers.
All right, going back real quick. I always find the stretching areas to be kind of unique in these gyms. Like, this is a good amount of space. What is this? Probably like, 20 feet by, no, maybe 30, 35, 40. Like, that's a really decent sized space. And it has good use. Like, I've been in gyms, of course, commercial gyms, and a ton of people use this space. But in a home gym, we usually don't have dedicated stretch areas, right? Like, let's say you have horse stall mats in your gym on the floor, and let's say you've got a rack right over here and some dumbbells right here. This area in the middle, in between your rack and your dumbbells, is your stretching space. It's also your deadlifting space and your yoga space. All you do is put out a yoga mat. So it's really interesting, right? How a commercial gym is going to have different sections for different things. In a home gym, it's kind of like an almost all-in-one package, all in one area. Let's keep going.
Some of the equipment you'll find here have our cardio equipment, including bikes, treadmills, ellipticals, step machines, and more. Inside of our cycling.
So the funny thing about that, and kind of the first thing I just noticed, is the reality is it's awesome that they have so many treadmills, but you personally can only run on one treadmill at once, right? So of course the hope is that when you're using these gyms, there will be a piece of equipment open, right? So let's say that there is a piece of equipment open always whenever you're there, one treadmill. Let's say you want to use a treadmill, there's always a treadmill open. Well, something interesting is, like, technically part of your membership fee is going to help maintain the other 19 treadmills while you're, let's say, only using this one. Granted, it's kind of like a potluck where everyone is putting in a little money to help afford and pay for all this stuff. But you're only ever really going to get use out of one of them. Interesting stuff, right? And same thing with the bikes, of course, and all these duplicates. And of course, the intention isn't for there to be 20 treadmills for one person. Rather, that they could have 19 people training, and then the 20th who wants to come over and train on the treadmill and run too has the opportunity to and doesn't have to wait. But interesting thing to consider that you are paying a membership fee, and depending on whether or not you use the equipment is going to determine whether or not that membership fee is really valuable to you, right? Like if you're really getting the most value out of it. Let's keep going.
Step machines, and more. Inside of our cycling room, you'll find dozens of bikes ready to make you sweat. We offer cycle classes almost every single day.
All right, something nice about that. I mean, that brings in a real key component of the commercial gym, and that is you're with other people. I mean, more often than not, I'm in the home gym alone. I'm in our garage gym alone, and just, yeah, it's fun. You can play your own music, and you have total control of everything. But we're humans. We're social creatures. So sometimes it's nice to get out to the gym. I mean, especially with COVID, when so many of our interactions are limited due to quarantine, I can see how coming out of COVID, a lot of people might want to go to commercial gyms. And yeah, let's say they're already working from home now because a big company might have put a lot of employees at home, like remote work. And I can totally see how a commercial gym setting would be the optimal environment for someone to get real social interaction outside of work that's also in person. So I really do see the benefit of that. I think it's pretty cool. Yeah, I think it does have problems when there are shutdowns like anything from a business standpoint, but it seems like LA Fitness is doing a pretty good job. And a lot of them are adapting. A lot of the commercial gyms with, outdoor classes and accommodating to the COVID and CDC recommendations. So very cool on that.
Inside of our spacious group fitness room, we offer a variety of group formats, including Zumba, yoga, and bodyworks.
Yeah, so again, something about our home gym is that this space right here would basically be our family room, TV room with a few yoga mats in front of the big, the TV or projector. So this does have a vibe to it. I mean, look, you have mirrors all along one wall, mirrors all along another. Personally, I don't do Zumba, but the ladies in our house love it. So I could see how, they're really accommodating a lot of different types of fitness and a lot of different types of people, which I think is cool. And for this business model, it makes sense, right? Keep going.
Formats, including Zumba, you need to lift.
Let's go back. This is the good stuff.
Then we have our weight room, which has everything you need to lift. From plate-loaded equipment to dumbbells to barbells, we have it all.
Yeah, they do have a pretty good selection. And granted, this is one gym, and I'm sure they set it up, made it look very nice for the video tour. But in general, one of the nice things again about commercial gyms is, or franchises, whatever you want to call it. I don't believe this is actually a franchise. I believe it is privately owned and it's just one big chain. But one of the nice things is that it's kind of like Starbucks, right? You go and you know what you're getting. Most of the LA Fitnesses, if not all of the ones I've been to, have had, the standard Life Fitness equipment, iron grip plates, same color, everything, same type. So it's cool because you can transfer. Let's say you're traveling across the US, right? And you have a membership that lets you go to different gyms. You know that any gym you go to is going to have the exact equipment you need to accommodate your training style. That's something pretty cool. And it just makes things simple. It makes things nice, right? It takes out a little less friction of out of your training. And if we're looking a little more in depth at the equipment, we notice here that they had the Selectorized section earlier. And so now this is free weights. So we don't really see any Selectorized machines. And look at that dumbbell shelf right there. And they had some, different machines. They have a lot of machines that most home gym owners won't have. In fact, I really don't know anyone outside of maybe Jujimufu who has enough space for in their garage / home gym, for this kind of variety of machines, even plate loaded. So still machines though. So that is a really big plus you get from a commercial gym. Not to mention the the communal aspect, right? Like if you see here, there, when you're benching, it's very possible that someone else is benching there with their spot underneath yours, and people are all around, and it tends to be a pretty good vibe, which a lot of people like. I think it's cool. Let's keep on going.
To barbells, we have it all. This is our personal training zone, where our Pro Results trainers focus on giving their clients the best workout experience possible. Everything our clients need for an exciting workout can be found here.
I don't know. I think this kind of stuff is kind of odd. Like a personal, I don't know, just the way it's roped off. If I were training there and everyone else is training in the, let's say, regular area with air quotes, I don't know, I'd feel like kind of maybe a monkey in a cage or something. And also,
Pro Results.
Sorry about that. Also, it's interesting the equipment selection they have for the personal training. Theoretically, you could do personal training on any piece of equipment in this gym. Oh, sorry guys. So you could do personal training on literally any. You could have a trainer teach you proper run mechanics, or how to do proper intervals on your aerobic machines or on your free weights. So it is interesting, and kind of like I can see from a business perspective why they change up the equipment here to maybe make it more appealing to someone looking for personal training. And at the end of the day, LA Fitness is a business, and at that they are a very successful one. So it seems like this model works pretty well from what I've seen. Let's keep going.
Focus on giving their clients the best workout experience possible. Everything our clients need for an exciting workout can be found here. Up next, we have our basketball court, which is open for free play every single day. It can also double as a volleyball court.
All right, that's something pretty cool. Like, I don't know about you guys, but in a home gym, most people that have a home gym and don't have a membership at a commercial type facility, they miss out potentially on some of these amenities. Now, if you have a local community center, I think that's a perfect way to also get out if you're into basketball or volleyball or something that requires a court, while still having your home gym, especially if you like a home gym that's spec'd out with really quality equipment, but you don't necessarily want to build an entire basketball court on your lot. So then, going to another gym for a basketball court, if that's your thing, could be a great option. If not, and if the commercial gym is your vibe, this is another cool way to have a lot of social interaction, and have a lot of fun, and also switch up your training too, right? Let's keep going.
Is open for free play every single day. It can also double as a. On the hall, we have both.
My bad.
Down the hall, we have both male and female locker rooms to accommodate changing, showering, and storing your belongings while you work out.
That's something else that comes along with the communal aspect of commercial gyms, or like that the communal shower vibe. I don't know. That's it's nice. I'm sure it's very nice, and I've been to commercial gyms with showers and saunas, of course. I don't know. It's kind of that vibe of no place like home. That being said, if your commercial gym has a sauna or a jacuzzi or something like that, and it's getting in those colder months, that's when it starts to to make this whole locker room setup a little more appealing in regards to the trade-off, right? Also funny how they put an old weight plate as the door stop. That's when you have enough extra equipment that you can just take a spare plate, use to hold open your door. Funny stuff.
Finally, we have our pool. Used to host aquafit classes, our pools also feature 3 lanes for lap swimming.
That's nice. I have a pool in our backyard for our gym, and it's not the same as a lap pool. If you're into swimming, unless you have a lap pool, then certainly it's then maybe just stick at your house and, build LA Fitness at your house at that point. But this is a really cool touch, especially the Aqua Fitness. I know a lot of it's really good for different circumstances, right? There are like different use cases for it. One really good one is for people who can't or who aren't in a position to take on a lot of, let's say, ground contact force or something like that. An example might be someone who has shin splints or is injured. Someone who is elderly is another good example. That's why in a lot of senior facilities or senior centers, we see a lot of people doing aqua classes. So having a pool in your LA Fitness is a very nice touch. I'm sure it gets a lot of use. And, that's a pretty big investment / expense by LA Fitness. And also, that's what all the members are paying for. Like adding a pool to your gym is going to incrementally increase your monthly / yearly cost, because now all the members have to pay for this indoor gym and all the upkeep and so on. So that's something to consider, right? If you go to another commercial gym that doesn't have a pool, there is the possibility that you'll have lower monthly fees. So if you don't use the pool, if you don't use the basketball court, if you don't use the sauna, if you don't use the showers, that's something to consider. Let's keep going. Let's see what else is there.
Every LA Fitness is a little bit different, so call your local club today and schedule a personal tour.
Right, very nice. Cool tour. I liked it. It's if you've ever been in one, then this tour is fairly accurate. I think it does pretty good justice of what LA Fitness gyms look like, and kind of how they operate, right? And just to take a look real quick at kind of the what's behind LA Fitness. Because when we look at a building like this, and we look at these homes over here, your home gym might only take up this one room in the front of your house, or maybe a garage, right, back here. But this is a huge building, and for LA Fitness to either own or lease it is a large expense, much less to furnish it with gym equipment, upkeep, and maintain it. So let's see as a company a little bit behind LA Fitness. And we're going to pull up their Wikipedia page real quick because, frankly, it's one of the best ways to get a lot of information that's very concise in one area. So if we look at this right here, a quick headline. In 2011, my bad, guys. Sorry about that. Okay. In 2011, LA Fitness acquired 171 clubs for $153 million from Bally Total Fitness. That's a little less than $1 million per club. When you put it in those terms, that does not seem like a ton of money. 2011, if we also look at real estate and historical prices compared to now, we're at a very high point historically for real estate, if not the highest point. So to get it at that price, from a pure real estate perspective, I'm sure their portfolio, it's possible, maybe I'm not sure, but it's quite possible that their portfolio of $153 million for this specific deal has doubled just because of real estate prices going up. And that could be also partially due to inflation, right? The $153 million then might not have the same purchasing power as $153 million in today's money 10 years later. But when I read this, I realized, wow, okay, so LA Fitness, not only do they have over 171 clubs, because this was in 2011, but in 2011, they had the ability to purchase $153 million or acquire $153 million from Bally Total Fitness. And Bally Total Fitness, as we see here, they had to file bankruptcy. They operated nearly 440 facilities. And so from this, we can, LA Fitness is huge. I did not realize how huge they were. I'm very familiar with the chain, but I hadn't done research prior to making this video. And in doing the research for this video, I was shocked by how large they are. Truly, they are much, much bigger than I thought they would be. And kind of what's nice about that is every LA Fitness you go to, it might have its slight odds and differences, but like this photo right here, I mean, this looks like almost every LA Fitness I've ever seen. And much the same can be said about the equipment inside. Now, something to note and something I found interesting through their Wikipedia page was that they rebranded. Sorry guys, I just got a MacBook Pro. I'm still working on the new going from Windows to to Mac, or PC to Mac, and all the intricacies with the touchpad. But getting back to the point, they rebranded several locations as Esporta Fitness. Now, from a business perspective, that's pretty interesting. We already know that LA Fitness is quite the large company. Okay, they are an LLC, a limited liability company. And this is an interesting marketing route. Why they chose the name and what their intention was? Well, we know here that their intention was to compete with high volume, low price gyms like Planet Fitness. So LA Fitness rebranded gyms as Esporta Fitness to compete with Planet Fitness. And from a business model perspective, what they're doing is they're probably taking gyms that weren't their top dollar gyms, right? Or weren't the gyms that are bringing in the most dough, and taking those ones and rebranding them with the hopes that those ones that were underperforming could actually overperform what their big giants are doing, right? And so it's very interesting because they're, rather than making LA Fitness or that brand name that's kind of a little more prestigious compete with something like Planet Fitness, which has a certain reputation as well, maybe not as, or certainly not as prestigious as LA Fitness. But it's interesting how they created Esporta Fitness so that it doesn't diminish LA Fitness's pristine reputation. So very clever branding by LA Fitness as a company. And moving on, 425,000 people follow LA Fitness on Facebook. That's significant. That's a very, very large following. That's 500,000 people nearly. And they have 97,000 visits. So LA Fitness, if you're going to go to one and you decide to get a membership, they're a large company. So yeah, with COVID, it's possible that they may go bankrupt. I mean, nothing is for certain, of course, or for other reasons, but they're huge. So how does this benefit you? Well, it means that potentially the experience you're getting is a more pristine experience than at other gyms. And yes, you are paying more than, let's say, Planet Fitness, but it seems like the type of person who would choose LA Fitness is going to be one who wants all of these amenities potentially, and maybe the higher level or higher quality of equipment, right? These nice plates that they have in the gym compared to, so this nice weight room might be an example, or all of the cardio equipment and all of the Zumba classes and so on, compared to something that's just a weight room. So that's something interesting. And if we look at pricing, now these aren't exact prices, but we know that it's 63% off the internet price. Students at this one university of Western University of Health Sciences were paying $150 a year. If we multiply that, let's just say roughly by 2, and let's say you're looking at paying $300 a year for a membership. These are rough estimates. We'll have a link to LA Fitness. You guys can check out what the exact prices are in your area, because I know it is possible that it'll change and it fluctuates, I'm sure, and there are a company and so on. But for $300 a year, let's say you're only looking to go to a gym for 1 year. I'd say, hey, if you're not looking to go to a gym for more than 1 year, do it. You're not going to get a better gym experience by buying $300 of garage gym equipment, in my opinion, than you will at LA Fitness. Now, the problem is that most people aren't in fitness just for 1 year. At least I would hope they're not. And that's kind of where the use case for a home gym comes in. because at that point, it just makes sense. Like $300 per year isn't crazy. I mean, it's a lot of money, but in regards to compared to paying $1,000 in 1 year for a home gym, now where it comes into play is when, let's say you now want to spend 3 years at LA Fitness, or 10 years, or 30 years. That's where the big numbers start coming in. And that's kind of where the home gym becomes the real better option. If we just look at a 3-year commitment to LA Fitness, let's say, or not even commitment, but you go to LA Fitness for 3 years, that's around $900 based off of our price projection of 150 times 2. So $900. For $900 now, you can get a pretty decent home gym. And that's a trade-off that we each have to decide. At one point, I had both a home gym and a commercial membership. When COVID began, though, I dropped my commercial membership, not to LA Fitness, to another commercial gym. And I decided to go all in on my home gym. I had a pretty decent home gym prior to COVID, but once COVID hit, I said, you know what? I don't want to rely on a gym closing necessarily. And once I buy the equipment, I own it outright. And let's go that route. And for me, that has been awesome. But it's not the right choice for everyone. And you know what? I really want to hear what you guys think about this. Do you think that LA Fitness is the choice for you? Have you gone there before? Have you gone to commercial gyms like this? Or have you gone the route of the home gym? Have you done both, and why? I think it's a really interesting topic, and I think both have really excellent use cases. But hey, if we can help one person, decide on what's best for them, just through, talking about it and helping each other out, I think we all win at the end of the day. Guys, if you enjoyed it, feel free to like the channel and subscribe. We're going to do more. The channel's called Gym Reviewer, of course. This is our first commercial gym review. And yeah, guys, I'll catch you later. Stay tuned. Out.